Hello, what's up? Day four. Incredible. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to day 4 of the Secret Agent Challenge. I've been getting a ton of messages, DMs from people, and this has been an incredible journey. Like we're only 40%, we're not even 40% of the way there. Hey, would you do me a favor, Emily? And I just want to have Jacob get his bearings over there backstage. Can you help me change that? We'll see you in a few minutes, Jacob. So I hope you guys have all had a fabulous night. I could barely sleep. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for everything that's been going on. The incredible, you can plug it in over here, I think. Yeah, there's plugs there. The incredible day we had yesterday with Michelle and Trey and Paul was insane. My phone blew up, my Instagram blew up, my DMs blew up, my Facebook blew up. I'm sure Michelle got just an incredible amount of people reaching out to her. And it was insane, right? It was such a beautiful way to tie in the different ways that you could approach and work with realtors. I loved how Michelle brought a completely flipped around way to do outreach. She has inbound. So she does some outreach by making a post, and then she finds out and can determine who is going to be a hot agent. And then through that, she does her reach out, and we heard some incredible phone calls, some fabulous connections. And how fun was it that we got James Brown, a sub-2 student, on the line, and that was just a natural occurrence. So we see how these communities are just exploding across the United States in doing big things in the real estate space, and this is fabulous. Now, I got a ton of messages from people saying that they haven't received the recording for day 1, 2, and 3. And if you were in that bucket, I want you to do 2 things. First, I need you to check your spam. Okay, check your spam or junk because it has been going into that folder. If you have checked your spam and junk folder and nothing is there, then I want you to email Emily at jdamji. So it's Emily at jdamji.com, and she'll just respond with the links. Okay, so if you are wanting to rewatch day 1, day 2, day 3, she will be cross-referencing just to make sure that you downloaded the dialer. It's free, guys. It's a free trial. We only want people who are going to take action in this situation, which is why I'm forcing you to do it. But yes, if you didn't get a recording, email Emily. She will respond with the links to day 1, 2, and 3. So today, I'm going to start off a little bit different than I did the first 3 days. And I want to share with you guys one of the success techniques that I have in my life that has literally exploded the way I think, the way I feel, and has brought to me massive amounts of synchronicities and opportunities. I talk a lot about meditation on my Instagram, my Facebook, and if you are in my Astro program, there's a huge section on it. When you come to our masterminds, I lead these intense, incredible meditations, and they're life-changing. They really do a lot, and they do a lot for me too. And I'm not saying that I invented this. By no means. It's not me. This has been around for thousands of years. These little techniques and ways that we can connect on a deeper level. People have been doing this since we have been people, right? And so there is just centuries and millennia, really, of evidence that we can connect to a deeper part of our being by getting still. And so I want to start off this morning with a little granular visualization, because I believe that when we can get down to the details and we can really see in specifics what it is that we're looking for in our futures, in our lives, and in our finances, even just in our connection to God and our families, we can really walk through some incredible doors by seeing them first. I don't think you can walk through a door you've never seen before. And this brings me back to the inception of Keegley 5 years ago. We just had an anniversary. We'd been working together, Josiah Hunter, myself, and Rahima had been working together a year prior. So we've actually been around 6 years, but 5 years as Keegley. And again, the entire concept came from a meditation. That's where it came from. The idea, the concept, the people, the players, all of the things came from a place of stillness. And I want to share that type of exercise with you guys, because I think mindset is one of those things that truly holds people back. And what I mean by mindset is our inability or our lack of faith in our capacity to do great things. How many of us, and if you can just show me in the chat, how many of us have imposter syndrome or feel like we aren't worthy sometimes of incredible blessings in our lives? I've had that. And I have had that because I haven't always lived the best life. I've made plenty of mistakes. I've done terrible things to people, and that sucks, right? But I had to find a way to forgive myself. I had to find a way to move on and not be a prisoner of my past. I needed to be able to transcend that. And you do that by connecting to God and understanding that forgiveness is yours if you seek it. And that's one of the things I think really holds people back, is that they get trapped in a mind, they get trapped in a past, they get trapped in an anxiety of a future. And all of that just creates an enormous amount of stress on the body, on the spirit, and crushes your momentum in moving forward. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, you must think in terms of frequency and vibration. And what did he mean by that? What did he mean by that? Science has proven that all matter is primarily made up of empty space. 99% of what we perceive as solid is really empty space. Atoms are vibrating at a slower pace, which is what gives us the appearance of solidity, right? This microphone, this desk, this coffee mug, this is all just atoms vibrating slowly, giving me the appearance of solidity. But in the quantum reality of what everything is actually happening here, this is one big energy soup. And when you look at great minds like the laws of thermodynamics, and you're thinking about Newton, the second law of thermodynamics, when we hear or read a statement like energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can simply or merely be transferred from one form to another, we start to understand that there's a tremendous amount of power that we have in affecting energy and matter as people. Your consciousness and your attention actually is what produces matter. And you might just say, Jamil, that is wild. What did you just say? You said that my attention or my consciousness creates matter? Well, I want you guys to do a little bit of research and read about what is called the double slit experiment, where scientists shot a photon into a double slit. So basically a piece of paper with two slits in it. And what they observed is that energy, light, has both wave, and particle characteristics. The wave characteristics being the non-physical, the non-tangible, the molecular, the energetic reality that it exists, but the particle being the solid matter. Now, when they did this experiment, I don't want to get too heady with this. I don't want people to just zone out and be like, "Oh, he's going off." But I'm gonna get to the point fast. What this experiment showed us was that if there was no scientist observing the experiment, okay, so if all human beings had left the experiment and they shot the photon through the double slits, because photons have both particle and wave characteristics, you would naturally assume that statistically, 50% of the time, the photon would have the characteristics of a wave, and 50% of the time, the photon would have the characteristics of a particle, a solid particle, right? Because if it's statistical and it could be one or the other, statistically, it should be 50-50. And they found that that was what's happening, right? When there was no scientist there, no one there to observe it, but they were recording it by no human means. 50% of the time, the photon was wave, 50% of the time it was particle. As soon as they introduced a human being to observe the findings, so as soon as a person observed it consciously, 100% of the time, the photon became a particle. 100% of the time, the photon became a particle, meaning that human consciousness affected the photon to take on a physical characteristic. See, the implications of that mean that your attention, your consciousness can actually manipulate and create matter. That's how powerful you are. This is the concept and the theory behind why meditation is so powerful. Because if your consciousness and your attention can actually manipulate matter, then isn't it our responsibility to envision or focus and put our attention and consciousness on a future or a reality or a form of matter that we actually want to see? Granular visualization has been fundamentally a key to my success. And so if you're with me, I'd like us to do a very quick exercise. Hopefully you're in a quiet place. If you're not in a quiet place, then try to find a quiet place. I'm going to give you guys about a minute to do that. And I'd love for you all to take a deep breath, hold it at the top, and then let it out. I want you to do that one more time. Take a deep breath, hold it at the top, and then let it out. Now, in the third breath, I want you to inhale. I want you to hold it at the top. And when you're holding it, I want you to flex every muscle you can flex in your body, from your face, your eyebrows, the top of your head, your traps, your delts, your biceps, all of it, your butt, your legs, your feet. I want you to breathe in, tense it all up, and hold it. And on the way out, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to bring to mind somebody in your life or something in your life that you have gratitude for. Could be a parent, spouse, girlfriend or boyfriend. Could be a pet, child. a circumstance, could be being here. Whatever that thing is that you've got gratitude in your heart for, I want you to really see it. Now, if it's for being here, that's you being grateful for you. So I need you to picture a face, whether that face be your spouse or your pet or your child or you. See that face in all of its curves, edges, the way light hits it, the wrinkles, maybe even some of the things that might not be perfect about it. See it. And I want you to think of all of the reasons why you're grateful for that thing. What about it? What about this entity in your life just fills you with gratitude? And I'd love for you to let that feeling start to grow. See it as a ball of light in your solar plexus and see that feeling of gratitude grow. Grow to where it's taking over your entire chest cavity, your head, your legs, your feet. Feel it so much that it makes you smile. Let that smile be a real smile, not a forced one, but the smile you feel and show whenever you're in the presence of that person. Genuine smile. That ugly smile, that one that you try not to show people. That smile. That big one. Now, I want you to thank whoever that person is for all that they've brought to you in your life, for the way they make you feel, for how elevated they are in your life, in your consciousness, in your attention. And I want you to imagine telling them that your intention is to create a life and a future that they will be proud of. I want you to let that go. And I want you to see yourself waking up in the morning. I want you to see yourself doing the things that you wish you did every day. Is it making your bed? Is it meditating? What makes your morning perfect? Have you connected to your source, God? Have you done some physical activity? That activity make you feel awake, alive, refreshed? Want to see you taking yourself into the shower. Now, I'm not watching you there. It's just you. But I want you to see and feel the water washing away any disappointment, any anxiety, any hesitations. any fear, any emotion that is not true. I want you to see it leaving. Now, as you're getting dressed and putting on your favorite outfit, you decided that rather than jump in your car, you're going to walk to an amazing breakfast place close to where you live. It's a beautiful day. The leaves in the trees are glistening in a different way. Sun is warm on your face. Whatever clouds are in the sky are smiling at you. They're literally there for you. Birds just keep flying around you, almost in a way like they're communicating with you. You're humming along to your favorite tune. And as you turn a corner, there they are. The person who either you've hurt or has hurt you in the worst way. And immediately you can sense your heart beating faster, your palms are sweaty. And you have a moment where you think, did I get seen? Can I turn around and walk away? But instead of doing that, you're overcome with a magnetic pull towards that individual. And what I want you to see in that person is their humanity, their life, whatever pain they've had in their life, whatever struggles, whatever trauma that caused them to possibly mistreat you, or whatever traumas you've been through in your life that caused you to mistreat them. I want you each to see that on each other's faces as you're walking towards each other. Now, that anxiety is starting to transform and it's turning into a feeling of immense peace. In fact, that peace is love. It is. It's love. You walk towards each other, and immediately your arms open. And the compulsion to hug each other is overwhelming. And there it is. You meet. No words spoken, but the embrace is real. The forgiveness is real. As you move apart from each other, I want you to look at each other in the face. And I want you to begin by forgiving that person for anything that you've done, for all the pain, hurt, suffering. And I want you to see them forgiving you for whatever pain, hurt, and suffering. And I want you to see each other in your truth, beings of light, pieces of God. Now, as you are about to leave each other, I want you to really understand how connected you are. And from 2020 hindsight, see that every hurt, pain, trauma, all had to happen for you to be here right now. You're at the breakfast place, and that meal is the best tasting meal you've ever had. And as you prepare for the rest of your day, you see within you the power to forgive, the power to reject fear. You feel so powerful, you can accomplish anything that you set forth in today. Today is the day of the beginning of the rest of your life. You are free of the baggage. You're free of the pain. You are light. Now I want you to take one more deep breath. Hold it at the top. And if bringing that up brought any tension into your body, I want you to put your focus and attention into that part of your body. I want you to let it out on your out breath. One more deep breath in. Again, flex all the muscles in your body. Your face, arms, your hands, your shoulders, your forearms, your legs, your butt, your calves, your feet. Let it out. Father God, we love you so much, Lord. Bless us today. Bless us with the energy, the mind, the spirit, and the hearts to overcome whatever obstacles that are holding us back from a successful future. God, we are so grateful for breath today, that you woke us up, gave us the mental faculties to be able to be here, to communicate, to learn, to grow and connect. We are so grateful for that. Lord, we ask that you guide us to those individuals that will be of benefit to us, that will connect to our spirit and teach us a lesson, whether it be in a way to grow financially, spiritually, mentally, or emotionally, or provide a lesson to be learned. And Lord, we pray and ask that you deflect us from those individuals that will bring us unnecessary pain or instill fear in our spirits. God, we ask that today Jacob be blessed with your spirit, power, your words, your guidance, and that the concepts that we learned today fall in our minds with complete understanding. God, we are so grateful for you. We are so grateful for each other. We are so energized and we are so ready to do this, Lord. In your heavenly name we pray. Amen. Let's go. 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 Let's bring Jacob on. Come on, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Woo!
What's going on, Jamil?
What's up, brother?
That was beautiful. I appreciate that.
Man, we got you, baby. And today is the day. Today is the day you get to do the thing you do. And I am so grateful for having you be here, Jacob. You're an incredible member of our community. and somebody that I truly have connected with on a personal level outside of the things that we do in Astro, outside of the things that we do as a business. You and I have connected on a deeper level about matters of the heart, matters of the spirit. And it's an incredible thing that you've accomplished in the time that we've been working together, Jacob. And I don't want to take any of your thunder away, but I am so blessed. I'm so blessed to have you be in our sphere of influence, to have you in my life, and to see how you've blessed the community and all the work that you've done. Brother, welcome. Tell us about you. Tell everybody about what you've done, how long you've been in the business, how much you've been able to help other wholesalers get in assignment fees, and just all of the amazing things that you're bringing to the community.
For sure. And before we get started, thank you for those kind words. You're an amazing friend of mine as well, and an amazing mentor. So if anyone's watching this, I've been in probably 6, 7, 8 different mentorships before. Astro Flipping and Jamil is hands down, I can say without a doubt, my favorite mentor. And so thank you so much for what you've provided me, and thank you for being a great friend as well.
Love you, brother.
Love you too. So to kind of give you guys a background of when I got started into real estate. So I got started probably in September of 2018, and I was doing mostly just direct to seller. So I was cold calling. I was trying to send text messages. I was trying to send direct mail. I was trying to do everything that, all the other courses teach, right? And so I bounced around different markets. I bounced around different marketing strategies, but I had no luck whatsoever. It probably took me about 1.5 years. So let's see, I got started in like September 2018, and then mostly was doing cold calling. And so I ended up cold calling until January 2020, when I got my first deal. So it took me about 1.5 years to get my first deal. And then after that, I was getting, deals here and there. But the catch is my deals weren't coming from homeowners. I got a deal from a real estate investor who was taking down a flip that couldn't, he couldn't take on the flip for whatever reason. So he needed me to bring a buyer. I got a deal from a real estate agent who, I guess her client had got my letter. And so the real estate agent reached out to me, and we did the deal with the real estate agent. And then my third deal in 2020 came from an investor who was trying to offload one of his rental properties. So I was getting all these deals, and they weren't coming from homeowners besides that third one. So I came across Astro Flipping, jumped into Astro Flipping, and that's really where things took off. So again, first year, didn't get any deals. Second year, I did, and you guys can hear me good? All right, cool. And so the second year I did 3 deals, and then I jumped into Astro Flipping probably September of last year. So it's been about 1 year since I've been in Astro Flipping, and that's where things really took off for me. So since I've been in Astro Flipping, I've done about 20 deals. And it's been through a lot of wholesaler outreach and connecting with wholesalers and stuff like that. So we've been able to help other wholesalers make around $600,000 in assignment fees this year through what Astro teaches you. And that's been able to help me make around $200,000 in revenue. And hopefully we're on pace to hit around $250,000 in revenue before the end of the year. So Astro definitely has changed my life. It's been able to change a lot of people around me's life as well, the wholesalers included. And then more recently, we went out to the mastermind with Astro Flipping, and that's where we learned about agent outreach. And so for the last, month or two, we've been going very heavy on agent outreach. I'm going to be honest, and I heard Jamil mention it, I think 2 days ago. Some people were mentioning that they wanted, more newbie people coming on. So I've done a lot of agent, outreach. I'm very, very familiar with the process, but I actually haven't done my first agent deal yet. And so, anyone who's wanting a newbie to kind of come on, although I do have 3 years of experience in real estate, I guess I wouldn't call myself a noob. It is a little bit more beginnerish when it comes to the agent outreach. So that's kind of a rundown of how I got involved, what I've been able to do, and hopefully what I share with you guys today, you guys and girls will be able to take away everything from this and then apply it to your business and, get some deals out of it. So before I actually jump into the outreach process, Kenny tagged all the information up in the chat. So there is a link to where you can follow my Instagram, my Facebook. There's also a link that I made for anyone who's on this call. It's a Facebook group. You can join into the Facebook group. It's going to be a super collaborative group. We'll share live calls. If you want to see Jamil do a live meditation call on there, definitely hit one, put that in the chat, because that meditation was incredible. So we'll see if Jamil's open to do a meditation call on that. But really the Facebook is just to be as collaborative as possible and make people and really get people to work together and get their first deal. So my goal today and in the Facebook group is to help 50 people get their first realtor outreach deal. So let's go ahead and I'll dive in and I'll share my process with you, how I actually got the realtor list, and then how I get their numbers. And from there, we'll jump into batch dialer and then start reaching out directly to the agents and see if we can get some leads in. So let me share my screen. Awesome. Everyone hit one and send it in the chat. I want everyone to make sure that you can all see my screen. Let's get this going. Everyone put one and put that in the chat. Let's see it happen. All right. So I'm going to move my screen over here. So if you see me look over here, I'm just kind of looking to see what everyone's doing right now. But so as you can see, I got batch dialer open. I have my Podio open. And then I have what's called Bright MLS Homes. So Bright MLS Homes is going to be really for the DC, Maryland, Virginia. I think they might be in like Delaware and Pennsylvania, but I can see right here. Yeah, we see all these different states that they're in. So this is how I find a lot of the numbers for the realtors that I'm looking for. So we can go to, for instance, Washington, DC agents. It's going to show us their contact number, their name. You can call them directly from here, ask if they have anything that they're looking to offload or if you can make an offer on. So this is how I find a lot of the realtor numbers. And I don't want to spend too much time on this because that's not the point of this call. But if you guys are looking to get realtor numbers, you can find your local MLS kind of database. And this isn't the actual MLS. So this is free to everyone. But find that database and then you can pull all of those numbers. Another thing you can do is go into Zillow, and you can search up. So I did sold in the last 12 months with keywords investor. You can do keywords as repairs, as is, investor special, rehab, needs work, anything like that. And then you can go through, and again, I did sold. You can also do listed if you want to reach out directly to people who have listed properties. But you can click into this and it's sold, and you can come down here and get the realtor's contact information. So it's right here, and then you would just Google them. You could even Google this if you wanted to. And this, their contact info would pop up. You can reach out and say, hey, I saw you just sold an as-is property on 14th Place. I would love to see if you had anything else similar to that property that I can make an offer on that's either coming up or on the market. So this is another great way that I find realtors. And then, of course, if you wanted to, you could go to like realtors.com and then find realtors. You can put in the city zip and then search for your, that area that you're looking for, and you can pull realtors that way. And of course, we'll be providing you with the mini list for our markets as well. So that's how I pull realtors. Hopefully that made sense to everyone. And again, if you're in Zillow, all you want to do, is go into the map. You want to have sold selected. You can select home type if you want. So if you only want houses instead of apartments and everything, you can do that. And then you want to select sold in the last 12 months. And then keywords, again, it can be investor, it could be as is, or just as is. It could be repairs, rehab, and you don't want to put them all together like this. This is just showing you guys what it would be. So that's a great way to find some realtors who have sold recently listed as is properties. So that's how I got this list. Now I uploaded this obviously into Batch. So let's go ahead and dive into Batch and start calling some people. Up here. So let's see what we can do. Oh, before I even do this, I want to go over one thing. I wanted to share one thing with everyone. So for anyone who's new, I wanted to share these tips for starting out. Again, I struggled for a year and a half, and this is really, really, really what helped me. So the first 4 are basically mantras. Things don't happen to us, they happen for us. If you can get these 4 mantras locked in your head, I promise you when things get tough, it's going to be a lot better. So things don't happen to us, they happen for us. For every negative, there's a positive. Every failure is an opportunity to learn or grow. And then when things get tough, that's life's way of testing you to ensure you have what it takes to get to the next level. We can either cave in and fold and show life we don't have what it takes, or we can look it right in the eyes, keep pushing and make it happen. So I want you guys, whenever things get tough, even if it doesn't get tough, repeat those 4 mantras. And when things do get tough, you'll be able to push through them easily. Another thing I want to point out is give it 90 days to produce results, and truly give it your all in those 90 days. What I see a lot of new people doing is getting started, and they, maybe make 5 or 10 calls and it doesn't work in their favor and they throw in the towel. You have to give it 90 days, put all that you can into it, and I promise you're going to see results. Another thing I want to point out is work with others who have experience. The first year and a half I was doing this and didn't get any deals, it was because I was naive and I thought I could do this all by myself. So before you even, try to take on everything alone, look for people who are doing what you're trying to do in your market, partner up with them, and I promise you're going to skip probably like a 6-month process of trying to learn everything yourself. The other thing is the 6-phase meditation. Jamil just did the meditation, but the 6-phase meditation has truly, truly changed my life. Me and my cousin Hunter do it every single day, and I believe it's a huge part of the success in the business. And then finally, get a mentor. And that's similar to working with others in your market who have experience. So I just wanted to share those 8 tips before we got started. Screenshot this, take a picture of it. Again, this is really what helped me go from no deals the first year, 3 deals the second year, to 20-something deals this year. So I just wanted to share that before we actually jump in. Was that helpful to everyone? Give me the thumbs up if that was helpful. All right, so active. Let's see, should start calling here in a second. Hey,
hello,
Ronald.
This is Ron David.
Hey, Ron, this is
Hello?
Jacob. Hey, Ron.
Yes.
Hey, Ron, this is Jacob. How are you doing this afternoon?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, so I was actually reaching out. I came across your info on Bright MLS. I'm an investor in the area, and I'm looking to take on another flip before the end of the year. Just wanted to see if you maybe had any hoarder houses, problem properties, nightmare listings, anything that needs updating that I could possibly make an offer on.
That's a great question. I do not at this time, unfortunately.
Okay. Do you have anything coming up maybe?
No. If I had it, I would share it. I don't have anything like that at this time.
Gotcha. No problem. Do you maybe have anything, or do you maybe know anyone in your office that has something? I'd be going in unrepresented. So if someone in your office did have something, you could obviously represent me as the buyer's agent.
That's a great question. If not off the top of my head, I think the best thing would be, if it does come across, I would search it in my email. I would look to see if someone has, if you could send me an email that says investor search, something where I could search it in my emails, and that way when something like that comes across my desk,
okay,
I can search it through there and then be in touch with you that way. My email is ron.david@compass.com.
Okay, awesome.
ron.david@compass.com. And then if you just maybe put something that I would like about, like maybe investor, searcher, or et cetera in the subject line, then I could then have it as a reference when I'm looking for a buyer for a property that fits.
Okay, awesome, for sure. And are you working with any other investors at the moment?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And I'm assuming, are those investors cash closers, or how are they funding their deals when it comes to closing on them?
So it depends. Some of them are cash. Some can do cash. Some have lines of credit. Some have lines of credit that don't require appraisals and et cetera. I mean, each of them switches on and off how they purchase them.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Well, yeah, definitely keep me in mind. You know, we're definitely all cash. We can close within 7 to 14 business days. And like I said, you know, we're ready to take on 1 to 2 more properties before the end of the year. And we're always looking to take on about 2 to 3 a month. So we're ready to pull the trigger whenever. So yeah, what I'll do then in that case is I'll send you over an email with all my contact information. You know, I'll send it over with my website so you can take a look at that and some of our flips that we've done. And just to make sure I do have your email correct, it's ron.david@compass.com.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time, Ron. I'll let you get back to your day. And if I don't hear from you, I'll probably follow up in, you know, a couple weeks or a month and see if anything came across your radar.
That's fair. Thank you so much. And I look forward to being in touch as well.
Sounds good. Have a great one, Ron.
All right. You too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So basically what I would do from here, and I'll show you guys what I do in a second. Hold on. So I would hit successful call. He doesn't have anything right now. We're going to want to hit break. So I would come over here to my Podio and I would hit add partner. And this is where I would take his name. So it was Ron Edwards. So I'd put Ron Edwards. Come down here. We have his phone number. This is his phone. Not sure why I did that. We got his email. And then it came from the MLS scrub. Let's put his company, we'll put his brokerage, Compass. He's a realtor. I'll put me as the account owner because it came from me. Shout out to my cousin Hunter. And then their acquisition, they're in the, I don't know exactly which area they're in. So I'm just going to put DMV, and we're going to be talking to them through personal phone and email. And then they don't have a potential deal. So I would put the follow-up for, since he's new, I'm going to put the follow-up for 2 weeks. So I'd put it on, well, that's right after Christmas. So let's give him a call on the 27th, see how his holiday was, and see if he has any new deals. And then we hit save. And what would happen in my Podio, it will create a follow-up date for me to reach out to him on the 27th. And then we just keep going. Is this helpful to everyone? Did that make sense how I go through the process? And the other thing, when you're dialing, always smile and dial. You always want to have that energy. So yeah, while we're waiting for someone to call, just to kind of touch on the mindset thing with what Jamil was saying on day one and even in the beginning of today, mindset is super, super, super huge. And it plays a huge role in my success. If you can see all of these books right here, I've read in the last 3 years. And hey, Maisha? I'm not sure what happened right there. So mindset has been super, big in my life prior to getting into real estate and trying to, take on this journey. I had a very, very negative mindset. I was one of those people who people would ask me, why are you always negative? And I would say, I'm not negative, I'm realistic. So I would definitely recommend, if you aren't doing this already, get started in your mindset journey. It is so important. Start reading The Go Giver. Start reading the books like The Slight Edge. Watch podcasts. Listen to Jamil's podcast. Watch his YouTube videos. Really watch people who are big into mindset and who are successful, and see what they do, and copy that, and you guys will make it. So another thing you can do as well, instead of cold calling, you can get batch SMS, and you can send out an initial text message to these. All right. All right. So what I was saying is, what you can also do instead of cold calling is you can send out kind of cold text messages. So for instance, like if for whatever reason these people don't answer, we can go in and try using batch SMS and hey, Olu?
Hello?
Yeah, hi, is this Olu?
Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, this is Jacob. I was calling. I came across your information on the Bright MLS. I'm actually I'm an investor here in the DMV area, and I'm looking to take on another flip, and just wanted to reach out and see if you maybe had any problem properties, or anything that needed updating that I can make an offer on by chance.
I may have something, which is interesting that you call. What's the name of your company?
Consistent Home Buyers. So where's the property located, if you don't mind me asking?
In Southeast DC.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, we actually do a lot of.
But,
okay.
Yeah, I cannot provide an address yet because it is under contract. But in the event the contract does not go through, I will reach out to you.
Okay, for sure. Please do. Do you have anything else
Nothing off the top of my head. I'm actually the owner and the agent for this property.
Oh, okay.
So it's my property. And let me get your name.
It's Jacob Simpson, like the TV show.
Jacob. Okay, Simpson. And Jacob, may I have your contact number?
Yep. My best number is 571
Mm-hmm.
238 7359.
And the name of your company again?
Consistent Home Buyers. And what I can also do is this the best number to text you at? I can text you all my contact info if that's easier.
That would be perfect.
Awesome.
Yep. I don't have anything else on the top of my head that I can think of. There actually may be, because it's a condo, and there may be another condo in the same development they may want to sell as well.
Okay. Well, yeah, definitely keep me posted. And in regards to the current buyer, when, I guess, is their inspection period, and like how soon will you know if they're going to be going forward on it or not?
But here's the funny thing. They've been under contract since August.
Oh, goodness.
Exactly. The issue is that, she has an HPAP. I don't know what HPAP is.
Not.
So HPAP is a DC home buying, first-time home buying closing cost assistance program.
Okay.
Only strictly for DC. And it's been taking a little longer than we expected. But because we couldn't find a lender that we could use to qualify her because the property is, what do you call it? It's not a, what's the one I'm looking for, Jacob? It wasn't a, I'm drawing a blank right now. Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
What the? All right. Let me try giving her a call back real quick. So we're going to follow up with her. Put her in Podio. Oh, and before I forget, I need to send this guy my contact information. And it looks like when I looked over, we had like 80 people. So I'm not sure if a bunch of people got kicked out. Can y'all still hear me? All right, cool. Awesome. So let me send this person my contact information real quick. So pretty much all I would do is put their email, introduction, or contact info, Jacob Simpson. Hey, Ron, was a pleasure. I said, hey, Ron, it was a pleasure talking with you today. My contact info is in my signature. Please keep me in mind when something pops up. Best. So then let's call her back and see what happened to her. Let me see. I'm going to call her on my cell phone real quick.
Please leave your message for 2.
All right, she didn't answer, so I'm just going to text her my contact information. So I'm sending her my email, my phone number, 571-238-7359, and my company name. And then I'm going to send her just like a message saying, please keep me in mind if that deal falls through or if any other potential flips pop up. Have a great day. Boom. All right. So let me go back over here and then we're going to jump back in. Let me see if I can jump into some Q&As while we're waiting. So if you don't have a company and they ask you for a company name, I would probably say try to partner with a buyer and see if they're comfortable with you using their company name, or start a company and then say, I don't have, I'm kind of newer. That's my company name. Or just give them your company name, start like an LLC, give them your company name. And then, you don't have to have a website. or if they ask you what your company name is and you don't have an LLC set up and it's truly just you calling right now, I would maybe just be like, I'd probably say, it's just me taking on flips at the moment by myself and with a couple partners, and then just leave it at that. And then follow up with a question so you can regain control of the conversation. So if they say like, hey, what's your company name? And you don't have one, be like, yeah, it's honestly, just me and my partners that are taking on the flips under our personal name. We take on like 2 to 3 a year, but do you have anything I can make an offer on? And then asking that question regains control of the conversation. So hopefully that answers your question somewhat. I'm new and have no deals under my belt. What can I say that will still allow agents to take me seriously? Just be confident. I don't think anyone starts off knowing. Hey,
Hello?
Samuel.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
Yeah, this is Jacob. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. So I was just reaching out. I actually came across your info on Bright MLS. I'm actually an investor here in the DMV area and just wanted to touch base and see if you had maybe any properties that need updating, any hoarder properties, nightmare listings, anything like that I can make an offer on by chance.
Not really, not right now. Everything is actually under contract at the moment. We get certain stuff here and there. We might be listing a couple coming up here soon. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Where are the ones that you're thinking about listing? Are they in DC or where are they located at?
Baltimore and DC.
Baltimore. Gotcha. So yeah, I mean, when are you thinking those are going to come to market? DC is definitely, our stomping ground, and I'd even be interested in taking a look at it before it hit the MLS if that's possible.
Yeah, so I'm not sure yet. We're working on it. We have to work out a couple of other things with the owner, and then we're going to see when we're going to actually go live with everything, or at least like let you know that we're good to,
Gotcha. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Well, I'll definitely touch base in a couple weeks and see if you have if you got those under contract. Do you have anything else coming up, or maybe know anyone in your office that has something that I can make an offer on?
I'm not sure. I can take your information and find out. I'm actually in the middle of about 5 different things right now. What's your name again?
It's Jacob Simpson. What I'll do is I'll shoot you over my contact information via text. Is the 4715 the best number to send it over to?
Yeah. Can you just make sure you don't add me on any marketing text messages though?
For sure. Yeah. No. It would just be I would just send you my contact information so that way you have it in case anything pops up.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Sweet. Well, I look forward to working with you, man. And I'll let you get back to your day. And like I said, if anything pops up, please reach out to me. We're ready to close.
Okay. All righty.
All right, Sam. Have a great one.
You too.
All right. So I think personally, I think that call could have gone a little bit smoother on my end. I was kind of talking over him, and I probably should have waited to hear him out. There was times where we would talk over each other. And I don't know if that was just a little bit of the delay between me and his phone. So yeah, I probably could have, listened a little bit more and maybe tried to ask some questions about the ones currently under contract. Are they, does it look like they're going to closing? Does it look like the person's going to actually buy them? Are they looking a little bit iffy? How many other investors are they working with? But the reason I also didn't want to drill down too much was because he did say he was in the middle of 5 different things. So I don't want to, be rude and just keep asking him questions. So then again, what we would do, and I forgot to add the last person to Podio, so I'll have to do that after this call. But then again, what we would do is we would go in, add Samuel Cooper. We would send them our contact information. And I'll do this one more time just so everyone can see, but then I'll just do this all after the call. So that way, I'm not taking up too much time doing this, but we would put in Samuel Cooper. And then here's his contact info. email. And please, everyone on here who's seeing this guy did ask, don't reach out to him through text. So just please be respectful of that and don't text him. And then we got Realtor. I'm the account owner. They're an acquisition type realtor. They are in the DMV, but we also know for a fact they said DC and Baltimore. So they're licensed. And I'll put Maryland because that means they're licensed in those two areas. Personal phone and email. Potential deal, yes. We're going to say they're working on locking it up. And then our address of interest, we don't have yet. We don't have this yet, but let's follow up in 1 week. So then we'll put the 16th and then we hit save partner. So then again, it's going to create a follow-up for me to reach out on the 16th. And we can even put like a note if we wanted to saying, he said he has some deals coming up in DC and Baltimore, waiting for the homeowners to finalize everything, but doesn't have it under contract yet. But I'd add this. So then the next time we go and reach out, it would show, next time we go and reach out, I can come over here to my comments and see, okay, he said he had some deals coming up in DC and Baltimore, waiting for the homeowners to finalize. So then I would call this person on the 16th and I would say, hey, this is Jacob. I don't know if you remember me. We talked, last Thursday. I just wanted to touch base and see how those DC and Baltimore properties were coming along. Did you end up finalizing everything with the homeowner? Are they still working on it? Give me the rundown. And then hopefully he's like, yep, they got it finalized. Here's the information. And then we make an offer on it. So hopefully that was helpful and everyone got some good information from that. Sweet. Sounds like everyone's liking it. Give me some thumbs up if you're liking it, guys and girls. Everyone on here, hit the thumbs up button. Let me see that thumbs up. Sweet. Perfect. That's what I like to see. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can get a deal. We're close. We're close. We are close. And again, what you can do is you can go into batch SMS and send out your text messages to them cold. And then when they reply, you just call them and ask them the same exact questions that I'm doing right now. So how I do it is I would upload a text blast, and my text blast would simply say, let's say I'm going after Samuel. It would say, hey, Samuel, this is Jacob. Can you help me buy a house? That's it. Hey, Samuel, this is Jacob. I'm looking for my next flip. Can you help me? Hey, Samuel, I'm looking for my next flip. Or hey, Samuel, this is Jacob. I'm looking to take on my next flip. Do you have anything? Hey, Samuel, can you help me buy my next flip? Like, then when they reach out and they say yes, or who is this, or what do you want, or no, or whatever, you call them. And then you say, hey, I figured it was easier to text you versus call. Just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Jacob. I'm an investor in the area. I'm looking to take on another property. Just wanted to see, if you had anything. If they ask where you got their information, yeah, I actually came across it on a recent listing that sold that was as is, or wherever you got it from. And I just wanted to see if you had anything else similar to that property that I can make an offer on. And then I always try to ask, not sure, are we out? I don't know over here. But I always try to ask if anyone else in their office has anything. Do you know anyone who has anything? And if they say, and I always like to throw in, well, we're going in unrepresented. We don't have a buyer's agent on our end. So if someone in your office does have something, we'd be more than happy to let you represent us. Now, what I will say is if you're not very familiar with how real estate commission is structured, do not go in the rabbit hole of trying to explain the different ways to structure the commission. Don't worry about, just don't worry about a commission if you're not familiar with that. So stay away from that. But if you are familiar, you can kind of play around with that. But let let me see. I don't know if we are out of buyers, but it looks like it is not calling. So I'm not sure if Michelle or someone is on the line and can help me out here. I don't know.
Hey, Jacob,
Yeah.
I'm here. Let's take a look. So go ahead and refresh the page. Okay, so it says pending dials.
That means we still have 172 to go, right?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, we haven't even dented this list.
Yeah, no, you should be good to go. Go ahead and click take over call functions. That blue button. And then, yeah. Or click the phone, the blue phone. Let's see. Try going on break and then coming back.
It's not liking me. Oh,
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, you guys can also send out cold SMS and start off the conversation the same exact way when they reach out. And that might be more doable for people who are working a 9-to-5 job, because you can structure it to where, let's say you send out one text message every 30 minutes or every 10 minutes, right? Maybe you're only going to send out 6 every hour just to get the hang of things. And that shouldn't, maybe 3 of those people reply or 2 of those people reply. So you can structure your text messages to trickle out throughout the day. So you don't have to be in front of a dialer either at the same time if your job doesn't allow it. Now, if I was you and you can do it, I would say send out the text, get on the dialer, and do as much outreaching as possible. That's just me personally. But again, if you can't do that because your job just doesn't allow it or you don't have that time, get on batch SMS, structure it to send out every, maybe 5 every hour, and do 40 a day, or maybe try to break it up to 50 a day and schedule it from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and try to get as many, try to talk to as many people as you possibly can. And that shouldn't be that overwhelming because you're only sending out 5 to 6 texts an hour or whatever you want to, whatever you. Hey, Lon.
Yes.
Hi, this is Jacob. How are you doing this afternoon?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, so I was actually giving you a call. I came across your info on Bright MLS, and I'm an investor here in the DMV area, and I just wanted to see if you maybe had any potential flips, any outdated properties, anything like that I could, make an offer on.
Yeah, I don't have anything at the moment.
No worries.
But thank you for reaching out.
Gotcha. Do you have anything coming up or maybe know anyone in your office that has something by chance?
Not at this moment.
Gotcha. Do you come across a lot of investment opportunities?
I wish I did.
No worries. Well, what I'm going to do, I'll send you my contact info. Again, we really specialize in the problem properties. So if you come across any, homeowners that, maybe it's a hoarder house or they're going through foreclosure or probate or eviction, or it's just like I said, a problem property, that's what we specialize in. So we'd be more than happy to make a cash offer on those kind of properties for you and get them closed so you can still have us in your back pocket.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
No problem, Lon. You have a great one.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So I didn't really drill down too much on her. She kind of seemed more like an aggressive personality type. She didn't really want to talk that much. It didn't sound like she got investment properties, but I'm going to follow up with her and keep asking her. And I'm going to send in my text message. Once I add her to Podio, I'll put in my text message when I send it to her. Just, hey, again, we buy problem properties, any nightmare listings, anything like that. please keep us in mind. But I didn't get the vibe that, she had anything or really wanted to talk to me. So I didn't try to, keep drilling down and asking more questions, basically. So again, we would want to come over here. Actually, I won't go through Podio again. I'll go ahead and add all the successful calls later on. So let me just make a quick note here so I remember what I said. Didn't have anything at the moment and doesn't come across many investment properties. Now, for someone like this, I probably wouldn't follow up in 2 weeks. I would probably follow up in a month. And I would say, because if she doesn't come across investment properties that much, there's a good chance that, following up with her every 2 weeks could become excessive. And so I would say someone like this, I would touch base with on a monthly basis, just touch base. Again, the same kind of thing. Hey, just wanted to see if you had any deals, anything pop up, nightmare listings, hoarder houses, anything like that. And then just, stay on her. And eventually, hopefully, something will come to fruition between you two and you guys can do some deals together. So hopefully everyone's getting some great value out of this. It's a little bit strange talking to myself, just staring at the screen, but I'm trying to make it entertaining for y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it, everyone. I appreciate all the kind feedback, everyone. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Thank you. I'm glad I can provide some value for you guys. Thank Jamil for putting all this together. Put a little astro, a spaceship emoji in the comments if you're glad Jamil put this together for us. And then one thing I do want to point out too is I forget who said it. It was a quote. Nothing great in life comes easy, and nothing that comes easy in life is great. So nothing great in life comes easy, and nothing easy that comes easy in life is great. And so I just want to point that out. I think a lot of people have a misconception of jumping into wholesaling, that you're going to get into it and you're going to get your first deal in 30 days or 5 days because of these gurus and everyone on social media. Hey, Judy.
Yes,
Hey, Judy, this is Jacob. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. So I was actually giving you a call. I came across your info on Bright MLS, and I'm an investor here in the DMV area. Just wanted to see if you maybe had any outdated properties, any as-is properties, any problem properties, anything like that I could make an offer on by chance.
Not at the moment, no. I thought I had one coming up, but she's sort of flaking. So unfortunately, nothing at the moment.
Okay, no worries. Do you think it would be beneficial if we presented her with a cash offer, and obviously, you could represent us on that side?
The problem really is more to do with her. The property's under her mother's name, so I think she's having trouble getting her to agree to sell it. So
I gotcha.
Yeah, so I have other investors that I already have lined up.
Okay. How quick are they able to close on the properties?
They want to close very quickly, but again, unless she can get her mother to agree to sell it, and it's in Columbia Heights. It's a good property.
Gotcha.
It's a very good property. Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
anyway, send me a text, and if anything materializes, I'll be happy to reach back out to you. But
okay, awesome. And then just out of curiosity, how many other investors are you working with, and how could I become one of the top ones that you send deals to?
I just have a couple that I refer properties to when they come along. So it's not the mainstay of my business, but
Okay.
I have one or two that I've worked with in the past, and I'll reach out to them. So
Gotcha.
by all means, send me your contact information. I'll be more than happy to keep it on file.
For sure. I'll go ahead and send that over. And like I said, we really specialize in problem properties. So anything that pops up that you're just like, I don't even want to list this, feel free to reach out, and, we'd be happy to work together and see what we can make happen.
Sounds good. All right. Appreciate it.
All right, Judy. Have a great one.
You too, bud.
Bye-bye. All right. So has a potential deal coming up that in Columbia Heights. So for this one, I was kind of stumped on what I could have said to I was trying to think of something I could have said to be a problem solver. And so when she said that the mother wasn't signing, I was trying to think of ways that I could possibly come in and be that solution. What I was going to present, but I didn't want to step on her toes, which is why I didn't throw it out there. But what I was going to present is possibly talking to the homeowners directly and seeing if I could, get them to sign. But I immediately thought of her thinking that I was trying to step on her toes or take a deal from her. And because I don't know her, I didn't want to do that. And so what I'm going to do in this case is I'm just going to send her my information. And then I'm going to follow up with her in probably 2 weeks. Or probably right after Christmas again, like the other person, see how her holiday went and see if she had any updates on the Columbia Heights deal. So before I do this, let me go ahead and just send her a quick text message so she has all my information. So, I think as you guys can see, this is really a numbers game, right? Like we want to try to talk to 50 new people a day, and along with our follow-ups, 50 new people a day and your follow-ups, there is no way that you're not going to get a deal. No way. If you do that consistently every single day for 90 days and you're not hitting your goals, that's what the Facebook group is going to be for. So that's not even going to be an issue. But if you do that every single day, you're going to get a deal. I promise you. So one second. Let me send this over to her. All right. Okay, cool. Jacob Simpson, assistant bar 71. Please keep in mind if that deal. So I sent her my info. I said, please keep me in mind if that deal comes to fruition or if any other potential flips pop up. Have a great day. Boom. And we're going to add her to our Podio later, and we keep going. And I don't know, and Jamil or whoever, whenever you guys, I'm down to go do this as long as we want. But whenever you guys want me to jump off and do some Q&A or, anything like that, just let me know. But I'm down to keep calling for however long.
Hello, it's Juan.
Hey, Juan, this is Jacob. How are you doing this afternoon?
Good, Jacob. Sorry.
Yeah, so I was actually giving you a call. I came across your info on Bright MLS. I'm a investor here in the DMV area, and I'm looking to take on another flip or two before the end of the month. Just wanted to see if you had any, outdated properties, problem properties, nightmare listings, hoarder houses, anything like that I could possibly make an offer on by chance.
No, not at the moment. Nothing available. I have investors looking for property, but no, I don't have anything available.
Okay, no worries. Do you have anything coming up by chance?
No, not distressed properties. Just moving ready, which is
Gotcha.
not investment.
Right. No,
So yeah, I mean, you can email me your info, and if I ever have anything, I can email it to you.
okay, awesome. And you said you're working with some other investors?
Right. Yeah, but looking for distressed properties
Right.
to
Right.
convert them into.
For
Yeah.
sure. How many,
Flip them,
if
too.
you don't mind me asking, how many other investors would you say you're working with, and how would I become one of your top ones to get deals sent to?
Well, I mean, like 2 or 3. I mean,
Okay.
it's not like a big part of my business, but I do have been working with them for the last probably 17 years.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, just send me your info, and I can keep it out there, and just let me know, give me a description what are the areas that you're looking for, and what's your goal, and if it's Maryland, what counties, what's your company that you have to build.
Okay.
You can email it to me.
Okay. Your phone was cutting out a little bit there. Could you repeat that last part?
That you can email me that information. What counties are you interested in investing?
Gotcha.
What's your budget?
So my criteria,
capital
basically.
you have to invest.
Okay, cool. So I'll go ahead and send you over my criteria. I'll shoot you an email with all that. I got on Bright MLS Flores Flores.juanc@yahoo.com. Is that right?
That's good. Yeah, that's the one, Scott.
Okay, cool. So I'll go ahead and email you my criteria, and just to kind of give you a background on what we do. I know you said you're working with a couple other investors. So we really specialize in problem solving, I would say. So like any nightmare properties that pop up, any hoarder houses, anything that's going through probate, foreclosure, eviction, anything that really is going to give you a headache if you take it on. And I want to be your go-to person for those kind of properties. So please keep me in mind for anything. We got cash ready to go, and we're ready to close, in a matter of 7 to 14 business days.
Super. Good to hear that. I will have your info right in front of me. Anything that come out, I'll send it over to you or call you. Okay?
Sounds good, Juan. I'll go ahead and send you my contact information. And if I don't hear anything from you in about a month or so, I'll just touch base, see how everything's going, and then see if anything popped up on your radar.
Good. Sound good. Thank you for calling.
No problem. Have a great one.
You too.
Bye-bye. Boom. So I'm going to send him my information. I'm going to send him my information. I'm going to basically touch base with him in about 2 weeks or a month, kind of say the same thing. And I just want to become that person. I want to be at the top of his mind every single time he runs into a problem property. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to go ahead and save that note. I'll put break right here. Let me send this email real quick to him. Oh man, I'm looking like there might be a deal in my inbox, so I might have to do a little wholesale outreach in a little bit too. So let me go ahead and get what I sent to the last person. Hey Ron, it's a pleasure speaking with you. His name is not Ron, it was Juan. Juan and Ron. That's what I like to see. It's a pleasure speaking with you today. My contact info is in my signature. Please keep me in mind when something pops up. Again, we specialize in problem properties and would love to typewrite and would love to become your go-to investor for any nightmare listings. Looking forward to working together working together. I don't like that. Working forward to doing a bunch of deals together. Best. So, hey, Juan, it was a pleasure talking with you today. My contact info is in my signature. Please keep me in mind when something pops up. Again, we specialize in problem properties and would love to become your go-to investor if any nightmare properties come up. Looking forward to doing a bunch of deals together. Best, Jacob Simpson. And I need his contact info. His email. Send this out. We'll do Jacob Simpson. Contact info, cash buyer, investor. And I always like to put my name in the thing right there as well as cash buyer or investor. So that way, if they lose our contact info, they can go and search it in their inbox and also find us. So send, and then we're going to jump back in. And the last person was a little bit iffy. But if everyone can hear the other person's audio, I should have asked this earlier. If everyone can hear the other person. Hey,
Hello?
Renee.
Hello?
Hey, Renee.
Yes,
Hey, Renee, this is Jacob. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing great. Thanks for asking. So I was just reaching out. I actually came across your info on Bright MLS. I'm an investor in the DMV area, and I'm looking for another flip or two before the end of the year. Just wanted to see if you had any nightmare listings, problem properties, outdated properties, anything that I could possibly make an offer on for my next flip.
The only list out is the one that I have in Clinton. And so it has land. It looks like a renovated property, but the problem is we're just not getting a lot of traction. And I think it's because of the land space.
Okay. You said it was already renovated though?
Yeah, so they renovated it. They renovated the property where it's like upstairs, where that's the master bedroom, and then downstairs you have 3 bedrooms, and I think it's 2 full baths, 2.5, bathrooms. But anybody can tear it down because it's just sitting on the land. But what else is we have? But it has more land where you can build on. You get what I'm saying?
Right. So are you thinking it would be more of a tear down play and then subdivide the land and build a couple homes on it?
For that one, so what happened is the owner did sell the land in the back, like the very back of the house. With this one, I would say if it's somebody who's trying to redo the home and, maybe build a garage or something like that, yeah, that will work out with that property.
Okay. So let me ask you, in regards to the conditions, I know you said it was updated. Would you consider it like a 2021 update, or are you thinking this is more like a 2010 kind of update?
No, I think they did a 2021. The renovations could have been better, but the thing is, what happened is that my clients bought this in February, and so they're relocating. They're military. So basically, they have to
Hello, I think I lost you. I can't hear you. If you can hear me, I'm going to call you back on my cell phone. Give me 1 second. So I'm not sure what just happened there, but I'm going to call her back on my cell phone.
Hello, this is Renee.
Hey, Renee, this is Jacob. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there.
Okay, yeah. So that's the whole thing. It does have a lot of land to it. If somebody does decide to tear down a home, it'll be a good where you can make, grow the house bigger and to add to it. But that's it. That's the only listing I have. That's really a nightmare.
Okay, no worries. Gotcha. If you want to send that over, I'll take a look. I'm not sure if it's going to be something I'd be interested in. I'm just trying to think if it's already updated. Tearing down might be just a too big of a hassle for us to take on right now, but it definitely could be something I'd be interested in. So what I'll do is I'll text you my contact information, and then if you could, email me the details, I'd be happy to take a look at it.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
Of course. And do you maybe have anything coming up, or know anyone in your office that has anything coming up?
Let me check, because we have a couple of things going on. So let me see what we have in the DC area. And you're just focused on DC, correct?
DC, and then the outskirts of DC and Maryland and Virginia. So like PG County, Montgomery County, Anne Arundel County. We'll go up to Baltimore County, but not touching Baltimore City. And then like Northern Virginia out to like Prince William County.
Okay. All right.
Awesome.
All right.
And then of course, I don't have an agent at the moment. So if anyone is in your office and they do have something, I'd be more than happy to allow you to represent us as the buyer's agent in that case.
All right. Thank you so much. So yeah, send me your information. I'll send that listing over to you, and I'll see if we got some more for you.
Okay. Awesome. Will do. And keep me in mind if anything does pop up.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye.
No problem. Bye-bye. All right. So I'm going to text her my information. Again, I wouldn't, if you're not familiar with commission and realtor commission, I would stay away from, electing to have her represent you as the buyer's agent, because anyone who's new, I don't want you getting confused and trying to explain something you're not familiar with. So if you truly do not understand the whole realtor commission structure and how it works, do not try to implement that until you have a full understanding, because this is their job. They do this every day. So if you're trying to explain something that they understand and you don't know how to explain it, it could be a red flag to them. So make sure if you do throw in, dual representation, or allowing to waive the buyer side commission, or allowing them to represent you, please, please, please make sure you know what you're talking about, or it could get into you over explaining and they're like, this person has no idea what they're saying. So let's jump back. Oh yeah, let me text her my information. So we're going to say basically the same thing. Send over my information, my company name. Please keep me in mind, or please send over that property. So I'm sending her my contact information, and I'm saying, please send over that property and keep me in mind if any other potential flips pop up. Have a great day. And maybe I need her number first. Okay, cool. All right, let's go to the next one. And again, I would be uploading all these people into Podio. So for every conversation I would have, I would be jumping into Podio and then adding them and adding their follow-up. I'm just doing that. I'm not doing it right now because I want to get as many. All right. I want to get as many conversations as I possibly can in before, we end this. So that way you guys get as much value as you possibly can. But that's why I wanted to start this Facebook group as well, because I want to share live calls. I want to share more of my outreach process. I want people to, collaborate together, work together, grow together. And I want this challenge to continue to grow. And I think Jamil would, vouch for that as well. And I really want to help 50 people try to get their first realtor outreach deal. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group already, definitely make sure you jump in there. It's going to be, a lot of solid information will be shared in there. And it's to anyone on this call. Anyone outside of this call is not going to be getting on that. Only the people on this call right now. And this challenge, I should say. Yeah, if you want to go to the Facebook group, go to the pinned comment at the top of the chats where auto pause. Interesting. Go to the chat where that Kenny pinned and where it says Jacob Simpson, the link under it, you can click on that and it will show you a whole bunch of links that you can click on. It will allow you to follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. There's links to Jamil's batch, the skip tracing, or not skip tracing, the batch dialer. His code's in there. The batch leads code is in there. So all you guys need for this challenge will be in there, including my contact information. So make sure you click on that Linktree link in the pinned comment there and get all that great information. Hey, Michelle, are you still with me? It's saying auto pause and it keeps popping up. I'm not sure if doesn't like me today. So the pinned comment is going to be, if you're in the Q&A section in the chat, you jump over to where it says chats. So at the top, you'll have like Q&A, people in session, polls, chats. You jump into chats. And everyone's posting the link. It should be pinned at the top. So yeah, like I said, Jamil's batch dialer link is in there. The batch leads link is in there. Everything you need to, comp properties, to get on the dialer, start calling people. My contact info is in there, like my Instagram. There's also a link in there if you want to potentially work together as a bird dog, JV, partner, work for us, whatever. You can click on that and leave your info in there and we'll reach out and see, how we can all work together. But hey, Michelle, it keeps saying auto pause. Do you think I should just try to refresh it again? Boom. Kenny gave me the you should.
Hey, Jacob.
Yeah.
I think Michelle might be on a potty break.
Okay.
So maybe not.
Sorry, guys. Here.
Oh, there she is.
What's up?
It's thinking on auto pause, but it looks like we still have a decent amount of numbers to call.
Auto pause. Okay, let's take a look. Did you try refreshing?
I just refreshed it, so that might have fixed the problem. I haven't tried it yet.
Okay, let's go to your settings.
Mm-hmm.
See the three vertical dots right there. Yeah. And then go edit campaign.
Yep.
And then can you switch over to advanced mode? See the toggle right there? Okay. No, it should be good. Auto answer. Okay, so click save.
Number?
No. Okay, click save.
Mm-hmm. Where's it at the bottom? Yep.
Yeah. All right, now go up to auto pause and just try moving it to available again.
Let's see what happens.
There we go.
It seemed like last time it was working for it would call 4 or 5 people and then it would pop back on auto pause. So let's see if that helped. But that was before I refreshed it. So this might have fixed it.
Okay. All right, and I'm listening. I got my volume turned up, so.
The bird dog link. Let me click and make sure. Oh, it should say leave info to bird dog partner work together. Yeah, if you click on the Linktree link, and then there's a button in there that says leave info to bird dog JV partner work together. Just leave your info in there, and my cousin Hunter or I. Hey, Jan. So my cousin Hunter or I will reach out. Can I recall this person? I kind of want to, but I'm not going to. So yeah, well, one of us will reach out, and then, we'll just figure out how we can work together, whether it's, bringing you onto the team, JVing, bird dogging, partnering, whatever makes the most sense. We'd be happy to connect and see how we can do that. Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, this is Jacob. How are you doing this afternoon?
Fine.
Yeah, so I was actually reaching out. I came across your info on Bright MLS. I'm an investor here in the DMV area, and I'm looking for another flip before the end of the year. Just wanted to see if you had anything, any problem properties or outdated properties that I might be able to make an offer on.
Not right now, and I do not.
No problem. Do you possibly have anything coming up?
I do, but I do, but I don't. I mean, because I know that who the person is going to be purchasing it, so no.
Gotcha. I'm assuming you're working with some other investors?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, we're pretty active in the market. We're right now we're doing about 2 to 3 deals. We're looking to take on, I mean, hopefully by the end of 2022, we're going to be at that 5 to 10 deals a month mark. So I guess my question to you is, we have cash, we're ready to close ASAP. How do I become one of the, top investors that you work with and get deals prior to some of the other ones?
I could take down your information and give you a call when I have something available. Send you an email or something.
Okay. What I'll do then is is this the best number to send you a text, or do you want me to email my contact info?
It is. No, this is the best number.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and send you over my contact info, just to kind of give you a background on what we do. Obviously, we are investors. We focus on fix and flips and buy and holds, but we do also focus. What we like to say we focus on is mostly problem solving. So if you have any, hoarder houses, nightmare listings, evictions, probates, anything that really is going to give you a headache and you're just like, I really don't want to take this on, I want to be your go-to person for that one.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, Sean. Well, I'll let you get to it. I'll make sure to send you over my contact info, and definitely keep me in mind if any properties pop up.
Will do. What's your name again?
It's Jacob Simpson.
Okay, Jacob. Thank you so much.
No problem. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right.
Bro, that was so good. You turned like Grouchy Pants into like just half Grouchy Pants by the end of that. That was incredible.
Right. I love those kind of calls because I love when people start off all standoffish. You just got to use your character and your charm to win them over. But what I'm going to do in this case is, because she said she has a deal coming up. She has investors that she already works with. She said she knows who's going to buy that deal. Well, I'm going to become her buyer. So I'm going to make sure I follow up with her every single week, or every, the next 2 weeks. I'm going to keep touching base with her. Hey, is that deal good? Is that deal good? And I'm going to make sure that she sends me that deal before her other buyer picks it up.
Jacob, I think there's a ton of folks in here who would love to ask you some questions. You have, let's put it on break.
All right, cool. Follow up with her. I'm just leaving that. I'll know what I was talking about. Let me
First and foremost, dude, like your cadence is incredible.
I appreciate
your capacity to just power through and talk to as many people as you could in this time like we haven't with Brittany. It was incredible. She's, was really had a lot of long conversations. Michelle or Jonah was really great because he was trying out new things and working with trying to pepper in some creative strategies. Yesterday we had Michelle who had the more inbound approach.
Right.
And your approach is truly very similar to how I would do it. And I loved that you brought that on today because it was powerful. You were like, it was a power dial. Go, 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 go. Guys, if you want to see massive, massive success in your business, my honest opinion and what Jacob is doing is how we do it at Keegley. Like, this is exactly how we do it at Keegley. It's power dial. It's go, 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 go. I need to have 50 conversations today, and I'm not stopping until that happens. And this is what that looks like. You basically saw today a concentrated approach to agent outreach. This will allow you to have 50 conversations a day. Those 50 conversations a day, if you do the math. Now, each of these agents are talking to people. You knew that there were some of them who were doing more, some of them who were doing less. But imagine if even some of those agents are talking to 10 people or 20 people or 50 people a day themselves. I mean, Jacob is leveraging through the power of numbers, the ability to have in theory, thousands of conversations with homeowners a day by hacking it, going through to agents. That was incredible, Jacob. It was so good. Am I on mute?
No.
Whoever can't hear me, just leave and come back. Sorry about air meet, guys. A bunch of you guys got kicked out and came back, and I appreciate that. It's a crazy platform, but we can't use Zoom because Zoom doesn't allow this many people to join. And so we had to use AirMeet because AirMeet can expand and allow, hundreds and thousands of people to be in here. So if you guys have a question for Jacob, now would be your chance.
So how do I go to the most recent question is what I guess.
So just start putting your questions in now. Okay. So if you've already asked him a question, just retype it. And I'm going to remove myself from the feed here and let Jacob take the stage for about 10 minutes and just answer questions on rapid fire.
All right. I'm going to go to the bottom and answer questions then. All right. So someone wanted Jamil to explain how to connect two agents that have a seller. So that's a Jamil question. So I'll skip that one. All right. How do I get proof of funds? So Jamil is going to be able to help with the proof of funds. It sounds like they sent the email, but no response. So that again is not a question for me. Can we set up sending leads that we don't want agent? Hold on. Can we set up sending leads? The thing is moving. Stop moving, chat. Can we set up sending leads that we don't want to agents as a marketing fee if I'm not licensed? I think most agents, I'm not a realtor either. So I don't want to, say any wrong information, but I think most realtors, if you send them leads, and they close on it as a realtor, they are going to be I don't think they're allowed to give you a marketing fee if you're not a realtor. And so what they'll probably try to do is try to either bring you back the same amount of leads, or they're going to try to pay you out in gift cards or something like that. So to answer the question, I don't think a realtor can pay you out as a marketing fee if you're not licensed. What is the most sufficient reply to an agent who is not investor friendly is asking if they know of any the best way? So for people who aren't investor friendly, that's why I was throwing in, do you have any do you have any other investors that you work with? If they don't, then I'll try to kind of coach them through, what we do as an investor and how we would be beneficial. So I might tell them like, hey, listen, I buy all cash. We can close very quickly. Again, explaining that you really like those nightmare properties also paints a picture too. But let me find that question again. So to answer the question, I think the most sufficient reply to an agent who is not investor friendly is to try to coach them through it and explain to them what the value you bring to the table as an investor and why they should work with you. I would still say that asking them if they have any flips or any outdated properties or anything that's a nightmare problem or a nightmare listing, I think that's still a good question to ask, because again, it paints that picture as to what we're looking for as investors. Where can I get the video replays? They're sending it through email. What was the Facebook group? The chat is moving too quickly. If you jump over into the chats, Kenny and hundreds of other people posted the link to the groups, so they're in there. The way you looked up sold properties to find agents who sold it, can you then look up who bought the property and tax records to find buyers? Absolutely. That is, and if you, again, there's the link to batch leads. That's the number one way I find my buyers. I scrub tax records. I look who's purchasing properties as is, who just sold a flip, and then I reach out to those business owners and I say, hey, I saw you just flipped a house on 123 Main Street. Are you interested in taking on another one? I always start with a text message in that case, and then we'll try to call them. But absolutely, yeah, of course. So we pose as buyers to the agents. Do you have to let them know you're wholesaling? I never say I'm wholesaling. If they ask me if I'm wholesaling, I will say, that's an exit strategy we do. If you're not comfortable saying you're a buyer and you're reaching out to agents, I would say find a buyer who you're very close with. If you're not close with a buyer, get on the phone, scrub some tax records, find some buyers, and start building that rapport, create a relationship, make that person your friend, and, don't befriend them just to use them, but, create a friendly relationship and then see if they'd be open to partnering with you if you found a killer deal. Buyers, you would be amazed at how many buyers will be like, if you just waive your assignment fee, I will fund the deal and we'll go 50-50. So you could find a deal on the MLS that a buyer is willing to take down from you, and you don't have to put $1 into it and still go 50-50 on the flip. So what I would say is, if you're not comfortable posing as a buyer, and I don't want you to be an impersonator. I don't want you to act as a buyer if you don't have that means, but, find those cash buyers that are willing to work with you. And now you are a buyer. There's no reason that you have to say you're wholesaling, because you might take it down for yourself if it's a good enough deal for you and your buyer. What was the name of the first site he used? So I was using Bright MLS, and that's just like the DMV area and some of other areas. That's kind of their MLS platform. Now, I don't have actual access to the MLS here, but that's like kind of a local Bright MLS website that you can go and get realtor numbers from. You can also get them from realtor.com. You can get them from Zillow. And the next question is how do you export them from realtor.com and Zillow? Unfortunately, you're going to have to do it manually. That's the beauty of the list that they provided in this challenge, is you don't have to do that manually. But if you're pulling them from sites like that, you do have to do it manually. And it can take some time. So I would say if you can hire someone to do that for you, do it. If not, that's just part of the name of the game. Sometimes we have to do some BS admin stuff in order to, enjoy the luxury of closing deals. So, you can't export it from Zillow or Realtor. You have to pull their information manually. If you can find something that exports it automatically, definitely send me some info on that. Where there'll be more info on systems like Podio. I'm not sure. My Podio has been I've spent like the last 2 years building out my Podio. I'll get together with Jamila and everyone after this and see if there's any way that we can, put something together to where we can give out the Podio. I'm not sure how we would be able to do that, but, I can definitely figure out if, we can talk about it. How many hours per day do you dial? So I typically send out SMS because I'm very busy. I try to do dispositions, acquisitions. I'm trying to onboard my VA. I'm trying to make sure deals are going smoothly. So I don't have time per se anymore to just jump on a dialer and cold call. So what I do is kind of that trickle method that I told you with the SMS. I might blast out 50 SMSs in a day starting at 9 a.m. And then as they come in and respond to me, I'll call them and then tell them this is what I'm looking for, add them in Podio, and then carry on with my day. So to answer your question, I'm not on the dialer per set hours. I more so do the text message route at the moment. What I would say to anyone starting out who has time, if you have enough time to be on the dialer for 4 hours a day, do it. Your goal again is to get 50 contacts a day. If you can talk to 50 people a day, you're good. That's so however long it takes you to talk to 50 people. And if you don't have 4 hours, do what you can. But I would say put as many hours as you can on the dialer as possible so that you can get as many contacts as possible. Podio is not part of Batch Dialer. It's a different system. I'm new and have no deals under my belt. What can I say that will still allow agents to take me seriously? So if you haven't done any deals, I would say this is really just a confidence thing, right? And there's the confidence-competence loop. So it's kind of weird, but the more you get competent in something, the more confident you get, and the more confident you get, the more competent you get on it. So this is really just going to be, you just have to be super confident. You're in the trainings, you're in a program, or not a program, but you're coming to events like this. If you're in Astro or Sub 2, you're in killer programs. So just understand that the people you're learning from are teaching you how you should be doing it. And all that information is solid. So what I would say is just go in with that confident attitude. Make sure that's going to be the best way is confidence. In regards to, how another way you could be taken serious is, again, I think partnering up with buyers and asking if you can share flips that they have done with agents if they ask. So if you're feeling a little bit uneasy and saying like, will this person take me serious? Well, now you have a buyer on your side and your buyer is sharing you their portfolio. So you can go and send that portfolio to the agent. Again, I think it's just really a confidence thing. So I think if you jump into this and you tell yourself, I got this, no obstacle is going to affect me. And if I fail, again, every failure is an opportunity to learn. So what did I learn from that? So just don't be scared. Just dive into it. See, we about to wrap it up?
Yeah. Do you want to take one more? You can, or we can wrap it up, whatever you're feeling.
There's probably
hundreds?
100 more. Yeah. So I'm going to see.
Take your favorite one.
Oh gosh.
I see people leaving. Don't leave yet, because I've got instructions on tomorrow. So the 150 people that left may not be able to watch tomorrow. Gosh.
When you were talking about structuring a commission, if we don't know how that works, how should we talk with the agent on getting them their part? So we want to reach out to agents who have the listing. We don't necessarily want them to represent us and go find us deals because we're already scrubbing the MLS. So ideally, the agent is going to be representing the seller and the seller is going to be paying them that commission. So when you don't talk about commission, as long as you're inferring that you want the listing directly from them or with them, then they're going to understand how they get paid.
Boy, that was so good. Thank you for answering those questions, Jacob. Again, everybody, join the Facebook group and be a part of that. It's going to be an incredible way to connect with people that have been together with us on this challenge. And you can work with each other, help each other, connect, squad up, trade deals, trade secrets, trade lists. A few comments. Emily has been getting a few aggressive emails from people saying that they're upset that they have to only they're only getting access to the lists of the people that are doing the challenge. Like, for instance, Jacob can give you a mini list of realtors to talk to in the DMV, and Michelle can give you a mini list of people in Colorado. Guys, this is about helping you get on the phone, right? This is about you taking action to get on the phone. So if you get a list to call agents in the DMV, you have a built-in buyer here, right? So why create? This is, again, it's a subconscious mind trick that's happening. Your subconscious mind is saying, don't take action, and I'm going to create another wall up for why I'm not going to take action. Is because it's not my list in my city. Get over yourselves. Like, legit. Come on, this is craziness. There's so many folks in here doing such great things, and yet this like negativity can still find its way to bubble out of folks, and they can find a reason to be upset. So please check yourselves, check the pride, check the ego, check all of that at the door, because it's not necessary, right? It's not. Emily she's an innocent person. She's doing great, and she's not trying to upset you by sending you a list in the market where you can squat up with one of these superstars. She's doing it because that's how you set yourself up for success. Okay, that's how you set yourself up for success. You attach to people that are successful, you work with them, you make some money, and then you go branch out on your own. That's like how it works. That's how it works. So, again, if you're one of the people that sent an email like that to Emily, maybe respond back and say, I'm sorry. Okay? And if you weren't one of those people, I appreciate your kindness. Guys, we're like literally doing this in service, right? We're doing this in service. So if you're finding a reason to be offended by this, just don't come.
I was about to say, if anyone's getting offended, this is all free. Every one of us is taking our time out for free. So there's literally no reason to be getting angry to anyone.
So it's so crazy to me. But again, I get it, right? This is subconscious. This is like protectionism.
I just showed them how to get realtors. So
yes,
list or not, you guys don't have an excuse to get mad now anyways.
And so that's it. That's all. Just like try to check that stuff. Try to eliminate it. If you find yourself getting yourself in a negative thought process, you can get out of that, and you can choose a better thought. You can choose a better pathway. We have that ability as human beings. That's what separates us from animals, right? Because we can choose the other thing. We can choose to do the high thing. We can choose to do the right thing, the loving thing. Jacob, we're so appreciative of you. You crushed this.
Thank
now,
you.
tomorrow, guys, we've got Ryan Zolan. Ryan Zolan exclusively does deals on the MLS. So if any of you guys are like, you know what, I want full control of my deals. I might be a little bit scared to cold call agents and just talk to people cold. But it seems a lot easier for me to call an agent and talk to them about a listing that they have. Maybe I should try that as an approach. You're going to learn that tomorrow. You're going to learn that tomorrow, and it's going to be incredible. So we want you guys to all be here tomorrow. Here is what I want you to do. Jacob spent 2 hours of his day, 2.5 hours of his day loving on us, doing a lot. I want you to snap a picture of Jacob and I right now. Wonderful. I want you to share that in your social medias. I want you to tag Jacob in that story. I want you to tag me in that story. Okay? Here's what's up. One of you who tags me and Jacob in that story is going to get $250 Apple Pay towards any marketing or anything of your choice. If you want to buy a tool or this or that, we're going to just choose somebody, and you're going to get $250 towards your marketing, and it's going to be helpful to you, especially if you're on a budget. So there's 450 people in here right now. Actually, there's 550 people in here right now. I hope you snap that picture, share it in your Instagram stories, tag Jacob Simpson, tag myself, and get that money. Cool? We're going to see everybody tomorrow bright and early at the same time for Ryan Zolan And if we all could, in one concerted effort, just send love to Jacob right now. Send love to Jacob. Give him all your gratitude. Give him all your positivity. Give him all your energy. Give him all of your love. Jacob, you are so incredible, dude. You are so amazing. You are such a giver. You are such a wonderful human being. You are so eloquent. You are so precise. You are surgical with your communication. We enjoyed you. We loved you. Thank you.
One last thing before I go. Everyone in here is saying we need to pose for a picture again. So we got to pose for a picture again so everyone can get it. And I'm going to throw in I'm going to match your 250.
Okay. Oh, so, wow. $500, guys. $500.
I will match your 250. Anyone that one lucky person, or we can do two, but one of I'm matching.
Let's do two people. You choose a person. I choose a person.
All right, cool. So two people who follow both of us is gonna get $250 each towards marketing. We'll Apple Pay you, Venmo, whatever we need to do. We'll get you that $250.
Let's go.
Let's post for a picture and we'll make it happen.
You got it. I want it in everybody's stories. Get that money, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Love you.
Take care, everyone.